up here. Like you want to win, huh?
Plan your next move carefully. You might not get another chance.
Like that, is it? You won't be ahead for long.
You're out. I need a drink.
Stay on this jackass!
All right. Looks like I got some competition.
Suspect escaped. Well. Got fresh eyes on that driver. Re-engaging.
All units, Brook last seen entering West Brooks.
We've been hit. Person's taking us out. Suspect got away.
Felon just vanished at Zero Heights.
Lost visual on the driver. Calling it.
So how ready are we? Like ready? Or ready?
Mentally, we are all in. Car-wise, there's always some last-minute tweaks that could help us win. Some underlights.
Yo, Tess, how was last night?
Ramen, garbage TV, the usual. gotta talk.
I don't like where this is going.
You need to step it up if you want to make some waves in the qualifier. Better car, more money. Chop, chop, snap, snap.
You're right. You don't do pep talks.
Hey, every manager has to deliver bad news. The good news? Plenty of opportunity to earn before the qualifier.
You could deliver the good news with a bit more enthusiasm.
So, be your best self. The one you visualize, the one you know you are deep down. Better?
Later, Tess.
match. Control, we're going after this racer too.
All right, looks like we're going for it.
The hits are piling up out here, Control.
I'm gonna overtake soon!
Hey, Speedy! I have some good news and some bad news.
Does anyone ever just stop at I have some good news?
The good news? Yaz will be at the first qualifier. The bad news? I don't know if she's racing. Might be leaving it to her crew to clean up the competition.
Predictable.
Either way, you still have some time to make hella cash and put it into our ride.
I better get on it then.
That's my superstar. Always hustling. I'll catch you later tonight. Peace. Sounds like Yaz's crew is counting on her to win the grand and put Alex's prize money right back in his pocket. She must be feeling the pressure.
She trying to impress the wrong people. Her crew doesn't care about her. They just want the money.
Money? I see no problem with that.
Tess.
I kid. I kid. What about tomorrow night, Speedy? First qualifier, yes, the car. What's gonna happen on the finale of Dance Pugs?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Who do you think's gonna win?
Me,
On Dance Pugs?
Tess.
Kidding! Just stay focused out there. The early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese.
Am I the mouse or the worm? You know what? I can't. Never mind.
Saw it in a fortune cookie. Just be ready. Expect Yaz to pull something tonight.
Oh, I'm ready. Believe.
Ooh, I can feel the tension building. This is gonna be great. Later, Speedy.
In our vicinity. Got eyes on that red flag driver. Looks like we got ourselves a racer here.
I bet that car isn't street legal.
guys, we're on the tails of those suspects. Let's look at the stand about traffic.
See ya! Where do I be at? Hey! You're gonna lose this jumbo jet.
Watch it!
Gotta stay on them.
Your money is as good as yours. Damn, you scared me. Watch it. Let's see what you got.
Good, I was waiting for a challenge.
Not paying attention.
Folks doing their damnedest to take this chase into the skies.
Being ahead is all I care about. Oh, now we are racing. All right, that was pretty good.
See you at the finish line.
These punks are hitting us, dispatch.
Am I going fast, or are you going slow?
All units, patrols on the scene.
Jackass, hit him! Patrol engaged.
It ain't over till it's over.
Stay on this knucklehead. Traffic getting a bit of a battering out here.
here. We're good to engage.
All units, we have a visual on the perp entering West Brooks.
We need to spread out and sweep the place.
Yo, Tess, how was last night?
Ramen, garbage TV, the usual.
Speedy, we got a top.
I don't like where this is going.
You need to step it up if you want to make some waves in the qualifier. Better car, more money. Chop chop, snap snap.
You're right. You don't do pep talks.
Hey, every manager has to deliver bad news. The good news? Plenty of opportunity to earn before the qualifier.
You could deliver the good news with a bit more enthusiasm.
So, be your best self. The one you visualize, the one you know you are deep down. Better?
Later, Tess.
a better racer. Oh, you think you can beat me, don't you? Let's see what you got.
Not on my watch.
I was not paying attention.
I'll have that money in my hand soon enough. Watch it! Almost over the line.
Son of a bitch is hitting us hard.
You're close to losing that bet. I've done this before.
Dispatch, we're on the tails of those suspects. Gotta stay on them. 2. Patrol is engaging.
Not sure how much longer we follow.
That suspect just lost us at University Central.
Search everywhere. Terminating pursuit.
Hey, Speedy! I have some good news and some bad news.
Does anyone ever just stop at I have some good news?
The good news? Yaz will be at the first qual... Fire. The bad news? I don't know if she's racing. Might be leaving it to her crew to clean up the competition.
Predictable.
Either way, you still have some time to make hella cash and put it into our ride.
I better get on it then.
That's my superstar. Always hustling. I'll catch you later tonight. Peace.
suspect entering Underwood Gardens.
2440 vanished on me, guys.
Everyone converge on Underwood Gardens. We just lost the suspect there.
Pursuit halted. We're not getting them.
Sounds like
See ya.
Yeah, see ya. Okay, Alvin Jr., time for bed.
Okay, here.
For me?
For the wall.
to make our home look nice. That's a good idea, AJ. How about here? AJ?
EA Sports, within the game. tucked that ball away, lowered his head, and boom, end zone.
Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we're not the ride nobody wave, we're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni again it hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit.
It's week 12 of the NFL, and here's the pick artist himself, Trayvon Diggs, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Cowboys and the Giants, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 23.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. The beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the campaign.
And it's a good locker room to be in, too. Guys don't show up on game day hoping to win. They expect to win. And so far, they've yet to have a letdown.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Cowboys taking the field on offense, and for a 7th season, it's Dak Prescott who brings him out.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 14 carries, 103 in the yardage department.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
Prescott on 1st down. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Here we go, 47.
From the 36, Prescott. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll throw again. Prescott got it open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Prescott now. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Our game here, a Thanksgiving staple in Dallas dating back to 1966. It was Tex Schramm, the Cowboys GM, who wanted to drum up a little publicity, and he drew 80,000 to the Cotton Bowl to see the Cowboys beat the Browns that year in '66, and a tradition was born and has only grown in love and passion over the years. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they played. I mean, the defense, too, really, but they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and goal, Prescott, and he will find his man on the outside. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Richie James. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Giants. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Extra point try good by Gano, and we are tied at 7. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Let's go, baby. That's what it is. That's what it is. Let's go. Let's do it.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Well, you don't become a two-time rushing champion in this league without being able to shed some tackles, and Ezekiel Elliott does just that on this latest run.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. 7-7, our score after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it second down and 12.
47. We're going to 54. Why?
Looking to throw. Prescott. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
On third down, it's Prescott. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on first. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you can move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day, but you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Off the play fake. Jones. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
This is brought in at the 21. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Cowboys. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Fancy footwork at midfield. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Prescott. And he rifles one incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Third and short yardage. Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Now Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he bats it around and falls down incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy Thanksgiving again to everybody at home as we take a look ahead to what's coming up both later today and this weekend. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there as they'll be forced to reckon with the Atlanta Falcons. Good games in the late afternoon as well, one being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the New Orleans Saints. And then finally, a Cyber Monday edition.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action
Set to begin the third quarter. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To throw again on second down. Jones. And Rudolph has it left side. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. He's got a man complete. They give him a gain of 37.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. A quick pass here. He's got Shepard. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it.
And the Giants are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Giants!
Kadarius Toney.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Prescott from the gun on third. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Fourth down, Prescott. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains.
Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Prescott to throw this time. He's going to find Gallup here complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. From the red zone now, Prescott. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8. Now Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dalton Schultz, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. And New York set to take the field. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete left side to Shepard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, and this one caught by Cameron Brain. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. A 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes it for in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And some room to work. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 36 yards. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they've looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So now Jones and the Giants down by 2 touchdowns. Just over a minute 40 to play. Jones, how will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. To throw is Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And break, the tight end's got it. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Now Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Here's Jones. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Jones. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere.